That was a little bit of William McDowell. I belong to you. And welcome to R.A.M.P TV. I am your host, Jay Smooth. And I got a good show for y'all tonight. That's a little bit of William McDowell in the background playing. So yeah, you never know what you may get on R.A.M.P TV. How we may open up, which I may interject. And I got a good one for y'all tonight. Got some questions for our ladies, some for our fellas, and hopefully some words for you that might help you along your day and help you on your way. And so we're gonna get into it. Let you listen to a little bit of that song I was just playing. I belong to you for a second.
Now I surrender. My life is not my own. I belong
to you.
I belong
to you.
I
belong to you. Yeah, nothing like a good praise and worship gets you in the mood, gets you in the spirit, gets you relaxed, you know. So, without further ado, let's get into our questions. Once again, R.A.M.P TV, real answers, real music, real people. Alright, for our questions tonight, this comes from Michelle. Michelle asks, how do I know a good man when I find one? Excellent question, Michelle. And well, how you know a good man when you find one? Because a lot of women they find men, but you know they end up picking duds, losers, sometimes scrubs, and then they end up getting stuck with them, and from time to time they end up marrying them, and now you really stuck with them, and so forth. So I'm gonna try to help you out tonight, Michelle, and help you clear that up. And so one of the first things you can do is look at what he's done in the past. What has he already been doing? What is he currently doing to better himself, to sustain himself, so he has a good future, so he could provide for himself and his family? What kind of goals does he have for himself? Excuse me. And what is he looking to do in the future, in the next few years? Where does he see himself going? You know, man without a vision, it will perish, you know. So if he doesn't know where he wants to go, he may be going anywhere, somewhere where you don't want to follow. And so you want to look at that. What does he plan to do? How does he treat himself? How does he treat his family? How does he treat his mom? How does he treat, the ones that know him, the ones he loves the most? You know, that sets a precedent and speaks highly on where he wants to go and how he might treat you in the relationship and moving forward. If he has kids, how does he treat them? Does he take care of them? Does he provide for them? Is he loving? Is he an absentee dad? Or is he just a paycheck dad and just drops off the check for him at the first of the month or every month, and then spend the quality time building. You want to look at that in case you want to have kids with him. You don't want to be in the same position again that he's in now. So, you know, don't ignore those things. Take a look at that. What does he value? What are his priorities? You know, what is his foundation? What does he turn to? You know, what is his morality? And what does he, you know, keeps him going? Who does he turn to? Is he a Christian? Who does he look to? You know, these values, principles, and foundation is going to be key to the makeup of him and to the way he leads the family and to how he is with you. If he faces adversity, does he shut down? Does he turn his coattails in? Does he give up? Does, you know, if he loses the job, what does he do? Does he go into a shell? Is he just going to sit down and just, woe is me? You know, you won't know what type of man you got, because these are situations, this is life. These are situations that will come up unexpected. And if you got a man that ain't willing to fight, ain't willing to work, you're going to be hurt, though. You got to find somebody that's willing to be in it for the long haul, that's going to battle with you in this thing we call life, in this journey. You have to know what type of man that you're getting. You know, you don't go and buy a car without checking out the engine, without checking out all the features and stuff. Why would you just buy a man just because the cover looks good? Just because the outside looks good, without checking the engine, checking the oil, checking what he's running, checking what kind of gas he's got on. You know, if he got a low tank, he got a small tank, he can't go very far. So he has to be equipped with the proper tools necessary to get to where he needs to get to. You know, he may have all the talent in the world, but if he ain't got no heart, no drive, tackling only take you so far. You got to have something in the tank that's going to get you somewhere. You know, and one of the next things you got to know is your personal preference. What do you like? You know, what do you like in a man? What do you want out of a man? Do you want a possessive guy? You mind a guy that's jealous, angry, mild temperament? You want one that's laid back, one that is slow to anger? You know, do you want one that's aggressive, that's, you know, volatile, always on edge? I mean, what type of guy do you want? You know, that depends on what you get to when you're choosing or when you're trying to find a good man. Some of the things, ladies, some of the things that you look for ain't good for you. Have you ever thought about that? Your type ain't good for you. What gets your juices flowing ain't good for you. What excites you ain't good for you. Have you ever thought about that? And you're trying to find what's not good for you in somebody that's bad for you. So you may have to change your perception, where you're looking for. Make sure your flavor is good for you. Make sure what you like is good for you. You know, I'm baffled because I'm like, all the men are bad. Wait a minute. All men aren't bad. The men that you choose are bad. The men that you chose is what's bad. Your selection process is what's bad. So if you choosing bad, don't blame bad, because it's what you find. That's what you sought after. And if that's what you seek out of them, what you look for is bad. You got to get to the root of the problem. Stop blaming the circumstances and the symptoms, and get to the root, the cause of the problem. Some things you got aren't good for you. It does not value you. It does not help you. It doesn't protect you. It doesn't elevate you. And this is all has to stem from the type of guy you like and what you want. Stop setting yourself up for failure. Don't be stubborn. Stop being stubborn, ladies. You got to get stuck out. You got to get out of your way. You got to get out of your way so you can get on your way. Which brings me to the title of tonight's message, tonight's show. Get out of your own way. That's what I'm titling this tonight. Get out of your own way. And you can start by thinking outside the box. You can start by looking for other options to get to what you want. Other avenues to get to what you want. You can't be so set, I want what I want. We know that, but what you want ain't good for you. So how many times you going to keep going for the same thing, getting the same results before you realize that you need to change what you're looking for? Come on, somebody. Find out, realize what's important to you. What things that you don't have to have, but you can still get quality. Instead of versus, okay, because what you're looking for is not probably what you're going to want later. That's what see, now I won't get into that. You got to look for things that's going to last 20 years from now. 30 years from now. Not what's hot now, not because it's what you like now. You got to envision yourself in the future versus where you are now, because that's what's going to determine whether you get a man that's going to be there for the long term, or you get one that's going to turn his coattails, or as soon as something happens, he ain't going to be there. And now you back looking again a few years later because you thought you had what you wanted, but you wanted what was bad for you because you didn't want to change what you wanted because you're being stubborn. Stop it. Stop it, ladies. I don't care how fine he is. I don't care what it looks like. You need to worry about what's inside, what his makeup is, and what he wants, and what he wants for you, and where he sees himself. These are things that they'll help you determine a good man, and help you know if you got a good man at the end of the day. So ladies, don't be stubborn. Get out of your own way. That's the only thing that's keeping you from finding a good man. And finding what you want. Because, ladies, the pool is small. So you may need to look elsewhere other than just the one set way. Because if a whole bunch of fish is trying to get that one fish because the pond is small, then it's going to be a whole lot of other options for that one fish to look at, and it might be distracting. So you may think you got a fish, but the other fish has got them other fishes because there's so many other fishes available in the pond. Stop doing it to yourself, ladies. And that's what makes you unstable, makes you crazy, because you start looking at the wrong things. You're in your own way. And so now you ain't good for that one fish that ain't in the pond. You can't find him, or he can't find you because you stuck on this one that you think you want, when there's a bunch of other options that's available. But you got to get out of your own way so you can be on your way, and you can have your way, and you can get your way, and you can make a way, and you can have a better day. Come on, somebody. I believe that, and I hope that helps you, Michelle, and you can get out of your own way and help you, find what you're looking for. That's all I'm here to do. I'm just a messenger. You can try your way. Keep on looking for what you think is good, but you got to realize and be aware if what you like is not good for you, then you need to revamp. You need to re-strategize. You need to go back to the drawing board. Alright? Alright, for the fellas, yeah. Fellas say yeah. Alright, I can't hear you. Okay. But how do you know a good woman when you find one? Thanks for asking this question, Mike. Well, hey, how do you know a good woman when you find one? That's a good question, because some women aren't good. So I guess you're learning that now, huh? Well, they're very similar to the characteristics of a man, and what you want for, what you look for, and what you want in a man. So they're very similar. So in a woman, Mike, you want to look for how she is. Is she possessive? Is she jealous? It's kind of the same as a man. You want to look for, because they're a little bit more. And you want to see if she's controlling, if she's selfish. You want to check her past. What kind of relationships has she been in the past? Has she dealt with those, or is she still carrying that weight, carrying that baggage from the past relationship? Is she still dragging that in with you? Will she have flashbacks of the past relationship because of one thing or something that you might do, and now she's projecting that into your relationship with her, or onto you even, and envisioning you being that guy that whatever happened in the past relationship you're doing now, whether you are or you aren't. And so you want to check those things out when you're looking. You want to see what kind of goals does she have. Not all women are productive. Not all women have vision. Some are just happy, staying content and being comfortable. And there's nothing wrong with comfortable, but being comfortable, you can't go far. You're stuck. When you get comfortable, that's when things creep up on you that you don't suspect. It's when you get passed by. If you're always pursuing, if you're always looking to be productive and get better, you'll always get to another level that you've never been on. Hence, R.A.M.P TV, helping you get to the next level. And that's what a R.A.M.P does. And so when you're looking for a lady, you want to look for a woman that's trying to get to the next level, that's not just stuck on the same level for the whole life and say, well, I'm content. No, we want to go somewhere, baby. We want to take island trips. We want a nice ride. We want a decent house. We want to be able to take vacation time. We want to be able to retire someday. We want to just work and die. No, we want to have life, and have it more abundantly. So you want to look for a woman that's got some goals. You want to check her family situation, see how it is, you know, her background growing up. You know, does she have a dad? Does she have a mom? You want to check those things out and see if, because some of those things are projected, you know, into the relationship. Some of those things will determine whether or not she's ready. I don't say she's not good if she had a bad relationship, or she didn't have a father, or she didn't have a mother. It's the same way it goes with guys. I won't say it's bad, but if they haven't dealt with those issues and they now projected into their own relationships, you want to make sure that's intact and they've dealt with them, so it's not a problem moving down the road, and it's not an issue that you got to deal with, because you're going to have enough own issues in a relationship as it is. You don't want to be dealing with 20-year-old issues and 30-year-old issues and 10-year-old issues that you weren't even there for, that you ain't got nothing to do with it. I mean, you can help her as best you can, but it's going to have to start from the inside. It's going to have to start with her in order to be able to deal with those and to move past that, so you can move on with the future. And one other thing, how does she treat you? That's one of the most important things, fellas. I mean, you can have all these things. If all those things are cool, she's possessive, jealous, controlling, selfish, if you cool with all them, cool. But how does she treat you? Don't sacrifice how you get treated because she's fine, just because she's beauty. Fellas, I'm going to tell you once again, aka once again, don't fall for it. Don't set yourself up for that. For that misery is what you're setting yourself up for. It's nice in the beginning. Yeah, she bad. Boy, I got me one. Okay, a few months pass. Yeah, she bad. She good, but oh no, what's the but for? No, she bad. She bad. But you know, that's what you wanted. I'm telling you in advance. I'm just a messenger. You go for that. I'm just a messenger. Make sure she treats you right at the same time as you treating her. You know, if you don't have to give you don't have to get 100% in return, but if you can get 80, that's a strong 80, especially when it comes from women. You can get 60-40. That's good. So I mean, make sure she treats you how you want to be treated, fellas. Don't put yourself in that situation to be mistreated just because you got you a trophy wife, or you got the diamond piece on your shoulder. Don't put yourself in that position, yo. Just be mindful of it. You want to look at those things and decide, because she don't treat you. Once again, you ain't always gonna be young. You ain't gonna always be at your prime. So when you get older, that's gonna be important. When you ain't at your best, that's what's gonna be important. Ladies, when you ain't looking so fine, that's what's going to be important. What type of man do you have? She still going to treat you right, fellas? Is she still going to cook a meal for you if you can't go, if you can't cook? You know, she still have something there for you when you get off of work and you've been working hard all week. Will she still have have your favorite restaurant for you, or take you out to eat, or have a movie night, or have date night? Will she still do that 10, 15 years down the road? Now, if you spent all your time just doing that for her, and now, shoot, you tired, you woe out. Now she like, oh, you don't love me no more. Well, ain't nothing changed except you. That's what you signed up for. Don't be mad at her. So you should have set that precedent, set that bar and standard at the beginning, or when you knew what type of woman you were getting. And now you're looking at divorce 10, 15 years down the road because you didn't set the precedent, you didn't set the bar, you didn't set the standard at the beginning. Fellas, don't set yourself up for that. That's how you make sure she's a good woman. How does she treat you? You want to make sure she has a decent work ethic. You don't want no lazy woman, because you get lazy woman, you get lazy house, you get lazy results, you got lazy love, you got lazy relationship. It just stems on. You want your woman that's got a good work ethic. She wants to take care of the household, you, and herself. Don't get one that's, well, that's just all, There's a reason why there's a 50% divorce rate. There's a reason. You're getting lazy in your relationship. You get it, and you think it's going to last just like that without doing no work. No, you got to work for it. You can't be lazy. You got to keep on. Whatever got you together, you got to do work to keep you together. You can't take all the flowers and do the romance. You can change it up, switch it up if she gets tired of that. Switch it up. Don't just stop. Man, if you took care of your man, you ironed his shirt, you washed his clothes, you did things. You gave him his time to himself. You got him a man cave or something. Keep giving him that time. Don't just stop it just because, well, I got him now. No, keep doing the same thing that you did to get him. Just adjust them. You don't have to stop it. Just find something. But that's how relationships break down. Now you want to be free. That's because you feel like you're locked down. You tighten the grip. And the fellas, if you're out there and you know what you're doing, you're actually in the streets, ain't warranting you to have this type of freedom or to have this type of leash-free leeway, then you're going to have to expect that the chain is going to clamp. Dog chain. You know, dog chain, the chain is going to be the leash ain't going to be that long. So, if that's the issue, then, you know, you're going to blame yourself. You can't blame her for that. But, if that's not the issue, ladies, don't do that. And fellas, don't get you one that's going to do that. See, I'm trying to help you stay in it. Now, you can get in and get out if those type of relationships you're looking for. Disregard all this stuff I'm telling you. Just go on out there and get it. But don't be upset. Don't be mad when you get what you want. When you get what you get. I'm just telling you how to get what you need instead of what you want. Because, once again, fellas, just like I told ladies, what you want ain't always what you need, and what you want ain't always good for you, and what you need ain't always in what you want. So you want to make sure that you're getting a well-rounded person that's ready in for it for the long haul. You know, you want to look at how does her mind difference. You know, that'll help you determine if you got a good one or not, because a woman with a mind that's not so, you know, laid back, steady will drive you crazy, will drive you mad, and have you riding around at 3 o'clock in the morning trying to find a reason not to come home or late at night. So you don't want to deal with that. Once again, I'm just a messenger, just telling you. You can try it if you want to. I'm just a messenger. I'm telling you, a bad mind will drive you crazy, fellas. Check it. Before you just talk to her like this. Look, you see, when you do this, that takes away what you're seeing, because we visual, fellas. So you want to talk to her like this if you got to. You need to figure out what you're hearing, what's in her mind, ask questions, because sometimes you can see better like this than you can like this. So I'm just telling you how to get to the next level and find that woman that you're gonna be happy with for the rest of your life, and not just for a piece of your life. Come on, somebody. You can't trust her because she can't trust you. Those are one of the problems with a bad mind. See, you come in a relationship, she can't trust you, then shoot, you can't trust her, and that's gonna lead to her, well, I think he's doing something, whoever you are or not. Don't put yourself in that position. Ask questions. Stop looking at her. Look away. If you can't, you like Medusa, don't look at her, you're going to turn to stone. You need to look away if you can't focus enough to figure out what's inside, what's under the hood, what that motor look like. You don't want a BMW with a Honda motor. Come on, somebody. You need to look under the hood. And you can only do that if you stop looking at the cover of it. Oh, it's a nice body. Yeah, BMW body. Bad. Oh-wee. But you got a Honda engine. Wait a minute. This ain't right. So you won't look at that, fellas. Don't get fooled by the trick. Make sure this up here matches all this. Because, whoa, I know it be, yes, Lord. But you got to look on here, man. You got to. Otherwise, it's going to be a long road. You're going to leave you up hurt, messed up in a bad way. Don't do that. Man, so wrap up. Don't care. Don't matter how, don't get caught up in the beauty, ladies. It's the same way. Don't you do it too. You gotta be more intent about what you want, what you're looking for. You have to look deeper, and you have to look and see what someone's mind is. Because when the beauty's gone, when it's fading, when you're 70, 80 years old, how she treats you, what's inside her mindset, that's what's gonna last. That's where the love is gonna be. That's where it's gonna keep the passion. That's what's gonna carry you to when y'all can barely stand up together. When you can't be doing so much physical, when you can't buy to keep your body right. You can't put no big booty into a saggy, dropping body. That's all gonna have to go. That's gonna fade away. But what's in the mind and what's in here, that's where the love is gonna be. How she still treats you, how she's caring for you, how she's delicate with you when you need it, how he's delicate with you when you need it, who holding you when you had a bad day or when you lose a family or a loved one. You know he's there for you. That's what you want to do. When you lost your job, she's like, it's okay, babe, I got you. We gonna handle this. You just keep looking. I'm gonna hold it down till you get one. You want a woman like that. It's gonna be in your corner. Boxers got cut men, and cut man in the corner. He's in the fight. Oh, after the ring, he got to come on his brow. Cut man, jump right in. I got you, boy. Come on, boy. Start putting that thing Vaseline on, grease them up real good, cutting them up, and covering up all these cuts. These ones. All right, this is what you need to do. Get back in. That's the type of woman you want in your corner. That's the type of man you want in your corner, a support when you come home. See, when you got that in your corner, you don't never see the fight over there in the other corner trying to get what they cut, man. Because he got his own that's doing his job. That's doing what he's supposed to do. That's how you keep, as we talked before, that's how you keep infidelity out of the relationship. That's how you keep men from cheating. That's how you keep women from cheating. Be what your partner needs. Be what your fighter needs. If he's out there fighting for you, be what he needs. If she's out there fighting for you, be what she needs. That's it. And you don't have to worry so much about where he's going or what he's doing or what she's doing or where she's talking to or who she's flirting with. You know, at the end of the day, you got somebody that's in your corner. And that's what you want to make. And as long as that is there, then you don't have to worry about that, your trust issues. Make sure she's in your corner. And you got to do that by not working about how good it looks. Fight can have all the nice tools and muscles in the world, but if he ain't got no motor, he gonna get knocked out in the 3rd round because he couldn't hang. Or the 5th round, he gonna get a little wobbly because he ain't got the heart to fight. So you want to check what's inside, check that oil, and then you can figure out where y'all going. If you got a good man and if you got a good woman. All right. Coming up, one of my favorite parts of the show, we get into the music. We're going to get into some words. And, man, stay tuned.